Hello, everyone. Welcome to GED. Today we're having some beautiful vegetable soup and we're talking about Back for Blood Beta. The Back for Blood Beta was really exciting for me. I mean, like, it brings back all those Left 4 Dead moments and all those key exciting things that really got you into the zombie shoot 'em up genre, I guess. I did play through the entire beta. I think there's like four levels of the first chapter, maybe five. I can't really remember exactly. And overall, I feel like that game is just gonna be a real crowd pleaser. Granted, it kind of falls short in a few areas of like kind of just staying a little bit too close to the original, but overall, I had a fun time and it was challenging. And on the harder difficulties, it's super challenging. Uh, the problem with Back for Blood and Left 4 Dead games is that you need a party of four. And although they have matchmaking systems in general, like when you're doing matchmaking, it's a coin flop, coin flip, coin whatever. Like trying to get people to coordinate in public matches is just so difficult. Granted, the ping system and the waypoints and the radio wheel of commands really help out a lot when you're talking to your teammates, but in the grand scheme of things, sorry, you need four players. You need friends to play that game, and I'm so serious when I say that. Like, it's definitely a party play type of game. In terms of the actual gameplay, everything felt pretty good in the beta. It was a little bit choppy at points, but the gunplay, the items, the overall feel of being rushed through certain levels was really pretty close to what you would expect from a Left 4 Dead successor. I really enjoyed what they did with the gun play in this game. They did change up a few things in terms of the amount of weapons you can have. You can only have one primary weapon and a backup sidearm, but the way the impact was, the way the handling was, the modifications that you can put onto the guns, they all felt really impactful, really fun, really powerful. Me being a hunter, I love shotguns, and I was playing primarily with shotguns on what was his name? The guy with glasses. Oh, his name, whatever. The guy with glasses who is basically a running support tank, and I was using shotguns. And there's not really mod cards in the beta, so you can't really modify too much on your character. But from what I did play with the shotguns, again, it's super fun for me. Like just hearing that click boom and reloading, pumping in shells and watching zombies drop, explode, whatever is a beautiful time. A few of my friends that played on assault type characters, they said all the machine guns and all the SMGs are really snappy, really I don't want to say hard to aim, but they do have a certain recoil factor to them. And again, there's cards and modifications per character that can kind of deal with that. Items, again, going back to the items, you got your typical stuff. You got your Molotovs, you got your grenades, you got your heal kits, you got defibrillators to resurrect people, you got ammo tins, and probably some other stuff like traps that I kind of skim over in the beta. If you guys played the beta, let me know what you thought, of course, always, and let me know if you're going to pick it up. For me, the problem is that this game comes out and it falls on a date that's right in between other titles that I really want to play. I think it comes out Octoberish, and don't quote me on that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But in between then, I'm going to be playing Tales of Arise and Lost Ark and getting into more of my team based games. So, yeah, for me, it's a toss up. It's a good game, it's a fun game, but at the same time, granted, with the pickup and play style that you need friends in, I don't say you absolutely need friends, but you do need friends if you know what I mean. That kind of pickup play doesn't really lend itself to the other content that I'm going to be doing in my life, right? Anyways, going back to this soup, look at that delicious vegetable soup and them rolls. Oh my gosh, it is a mishmash vegetable beefy goodness. If you like that, just hit the thumbs up. Just do it. Let's see what else was in the beta. There was kind of your main base area had a little PvP area where you could kind of mess around in between matches and blow each other up. Me and a few of my friends had an absolute blast with that for a while, but it's one of those things that's kind of going to grow dim really quick. Now, on the other hand, you have the I think it's 4v4 match where you have four people that are playing as the zombies and four people that are playing as the cleaners or the humans, and they're trying to each complete objectives, i.e., kill each other or escape slash get to the key points on the map. That wasn't in the beta, but I've had a lot of previews of it. I've seen a lot. I've had friends that have experienced it, and eh, it's one of those things that's gonna entertain you for a little while, but not really satiate your overall need to play like a PvP style game. It's kind of one of those things like Doom threw in. Doom just threw in that monster mode, that PvP mode, and you play it a few times, and then you're pretty much you're good on it. In terms of the campaign longevity, I mean, obviously the whole thing is replayable over and over again. You do collect coins, which you can use at the cash shop. Well, not real life cash, but the coin shop within the game to collect cards, collect items when you start a match. And cards and points are accumulated via loot box, which you get at the end of running missions. So technically, every time you play, you kind of level up your character or you're kind of working towards something. I could see that getting real frustrating if those numbers get too out of balance. Let's just hope they're not out of balance when the game launches. The bad part about what I just mentioned is that going back to the fact that you need a party of four is that if you have trolls, if you have teammates that just absolutely will not cooperate with you or just generally bad at the game, and you're queuing higher difficulties, it makes it more than a chore to try and get those points at the end of the match. So you're kind of stuck in that situation where you don't want to waste your time queuing in with random puppies that aren't going to pull their weight, that aren't going to do whatever needs to be done. Look at that weighty spoonful of beef. Oh my gosh, man, that was just so good. Anyways, yeah, Left 4 Dead had a lot of really little cool things within the maps, in terms of interactables and different styles of maps. I have not yet seen a Back 4 Blood map that really kind of impressed me a lot. I guess the closest that has come so far is when you have to run through a gauntlet style, where you're just plowing through this lane and zombies are coming out of the woodworks left and right trying to mow you down, and you're just beelining it for the safe house. That was a pretty cool scenario. I hope they really make a lot more interactive maps that have kind of surprises like that, events within the maps themselves. The final mission of Back 4 Blood beta was a kind of sit around a point and keep reloading a gun. It can be easily cheesed, it can be easily area denied by your teammates, and it overall wasn't super majorly cool in my opinion. It was just kind of like a finality to the whole thing. But again, I mean, you guys got to tell me what you thought of the beta, if you played it, and if you're going to pick up the game, etc., etc. For me, I'm going to hold off. I'm not, again, going to pick up this title per se because just it falls on a weird timeline when other titles are releasing that people might want to be playing instead of it. Is what it is. I mean, if you like shooting zombies, it's an okay title. That's all I can say about it. Anyways, the soup is done and my rant is done. Let's just chill out for a couple minutes with this peaceful little bread and dipping scenario. Catch you later, guys, and have a good day.